Ross!
Hi, my name is Anna, and I'm a singer.
Hi, my name is Peyton, and I'm a dancer.
And today, what are we doing today?
Today, we are back with another requested reaction from a very special friend that we made through this channel. And we'll be reacting.
You got an eyelash. Okay, yeah, you're good.
And we'll be reacting to Damian.
Today, we will be reacting to Damian, who is a soloist. We don't really know much about him, so we looked at his profile, and apparently he debuted last year in 2020 with the song Cassette, which is what we'll be reacting to today. And he is under Sony Music Entertainment Korea. Yeah. That being said, I guess we should just go.
Let's go. This is gonna be one of those reactions where we feel awkward talking over the music, I have a feeling.
It seems very artsy.
Oh.
It's very like dreamy. One of my memories. So.
The way they're showing that in the music video is really beautiful though.
Like all the
Like everything
unveiling.
covered and yeah.
Oh, this has become more upbeat than I thought it would be.
I really like the vibes though.
How the mic is all like the
Like
colors.
the colors, yeah.
Oh my god, wait, he's drumming with a rose.
Oh, is he? I missed that. Oh, I loved the photos. Oh, I see it now. Wow.
Oh, aesthetic.
Yeah.
Like I said.
Chef's kiss.
All those eyes. So many
Oh, it's the tape. It's the cassette tape. Yeah, wow. It's like it's the title of the song.
Is that a crushed velvet suit? Amazing.
I told you, the vibes here.
Immaculate.
Immaculate.
What would you
All
say?
of the instruments have that same coloring as the mic. I really like that.
The sort of like spray paint.
Yeah.
I think that's just yeah.
Everything's super like blurry.
Memories.
But I felt like in the music I entered the movie.
I wonder, is it just the song, the band, or is that just like
The style. I was thinking the same thing, like, huh.
Oh. Start at the beginning again. Rewind the tape, like you said.
I'll just say a couple of quick things because obviously there's no dance. And we also read in his profile that he doesn't dance, but he was a business major at a top university in Korea. Sorry, I'm just really amazed by that. But he's learning how to dance, so maybe in a future release we'll see some dancing.
We'll see.
There are still aspects of performance to it, so I'll talk a little bit about that before I pass it over to Anna. First, I just want to say, though, I really vibed with this. Like, I was really enjoying it. And I hope it seemed like that, because I know at one point we were like, why are we talking like this? But I think it's just because we've been together all week, and so we're starting to talk kind of strangely. From a performance perspective, though, obviously the performance is focused more on the posturing and on his facial expressions. And so in terms of facial expressions, especially, there were a lot of gazes that stuck out to me, especially the ones where he would like just turn his eyes and it felt like he was looking at you through the camera, and it was very piercing. And it conveyed, I don't want to say inner turmoil, but like you could tell from his expression that it wasn't some very easy like singular emotion that he was trying to convey through the song. Like there was sort of conflict of emotions, like complexity in his gaze, and that was conveyed really well, which honestly probably is from the fact that he participates in the creation of his music, so he is sharing stories and like emotions he's familiar with. And then also like the posturing, especially in the acting scenes, it's very vulnerable, like he really is being open with his emotions, and so it's kind of like inward, like there's a lot of hands sort of like twisting together, like worried hands, that sort of thing. So the performance really encapsulated those sort of emotions he's portraying. And yeah, it is very dreamy. Like we mentioned that in the reaction a couple of times, but I just wanted to highlight it again because I kind of said it, but I didn't really get to explain it because I didn't want to talk over. There were parts of the song that really felt like I was being pulled into that dream, and like the specific example is after the talking section that he does in English, and there's like an ascending line and this sort of like, it's not air, I can't describe it, but you all know where it is in the song, but it felt like I was being sort of like sucked into that dream, and I really enjoyed that, and it matched well with what was being shown visually, and so that effect was really interesting to me. And then I guess the last thing I was going to say was his soft voice also really drew me in. I felt it conveys that like vulnerability really well in a way that you couldn't do if you had like a stronger tone while singing the song. From a non-singer's perspective, that's what I think. The vibes were immaculate. I really enjoyed this song, and I'm very curious to see if like his other stuff is like this or not, but I definitely want to check out more of his stuff. Anna's turn.
Okay, so for my comments, it's just very aesthetic. I don't know. To articulate it more properly, it's like what you were saying, like what you were hearing was matching very well with what you were seeing visually. Like, for example, we, during our break, both said, like, I know we always talk about 80s in our reactions, but like this like song and music video was making us think of the 80s as well. Like, specifically, the image that I had in my mind was like in 80s teen movies, like the school dance scene. It's before the conflict resolution, because it's like they see each other across the room, so there's still like weird emotions happening there. It's like complicated, and like in this music video for Cassette, like the hazy lights, all that were matching the haziness of the song that you were hearing. So that's like a lot of reverb in the song. Like all of the notes are being sustained, and it's layered as well with staggered entrances. Like one line will come in and it's sustained, and then another one will come in and that one adds on top, and another one adds on top of that. Especially in the beginning when that happens, it's like building up and then it pulls back for like continuing the song. Speaking of the beginning of the song though, I thought it was really interesting, like that sort of bell chime that you're hearing, like xylophone vibes. I think it's definitely like a keyboard synth setting. Either way, like the effect of that instrument is really interesting because it sort of like rings out, but at the same time it sounds sort of bright, but it's very delicate while ringing out. So ringing out haziness of the memories, like sort of dreaminess that you were talking about. Maybe I'm over analyzing it, but like the brightness of like there were happy memories that he's talking about, but it's delicate because like emotions are fragile in that one instrument. But his voice is interesting too. He doesn't really sing with his chest voice. He does sing in mixed, but even then when he's singing with mixed, it's very on the more delicate side. And maybe it's just because like specifically this song, it's like a more emotional song, or it might just be like his singing style. But especially when he's singing high notes and he switches to head voice, he goes super breathy. Y'all all know about like the 공기반 소리반, like air half, sound half. The air was more than half in those high note moments because it's just like so breathy. It brings a really interesting texture to the song because it's different from like the rest of the instrumental that you're hearing, especially when he has the background vocals. I might have mentioned it because like he has these ahs that he sings in the background, but like it's layered with multiple lines of his voice. That's even more interesting too because those are also all sung in his like very breathy head voice. The last thing that I really have to say is still about his singing, since it is more emotional and everything is like sustained, legato, very like connected into each other. His singing is like that too. Like his diction is not very like clear cut, which wouldn't work for a song like this. A lot of the syllables and consonants are kind of like rolled together. There are many consonants, like moments of consonants that aren't even being pronounced. But yeah, if I were to describe this song plus music video in one word, it's just aesthetic. That's all I had to say.
So, TLDR for this video is we did another requested reaction to a soloist that we had never checked out before, Damian, and his solo debut song, Cassette. The vibes were immaculate. They really were. Like,
Your phrase is vibes were immaculate. Mine is aesthetic.
The vibes were immaculate. The song, the music video, everything was aesthetic. If you can't tell, we both enjoyed it and are very intrigued to see if his other stuff is like this, if this is just for this one song, what else he has to offer.
Yeah.
We're gonna be doing that now.
I feel like I read somewhere that he's on the current season of Superband, but I'm not sure. That being said, if you would like to let us know more about Damian, like tell us stuff about him, any recommendations, want to talk about him, or just K-pop in general, feel free to reach out to our socials, which are linked in the cards. And if you enjoyed this reaction video, be sure to like, comment, subscribe, turn on your notification bell, and bye!